This is Behind the Headlines. I'm Lee Pacchia. We sat down with blogger David Latt from Above the Law to get his thoughts on how 2013 will unfold for big law firms. I have to say he's conservatively bullish. Let's see what he had to say.
I think we're all still watching the economy very, very closely because much as we are sometimes in a law world bubble, how law firms do depends very much on the state of the larger economy. Today, some good earnings news came out of corporate America. Sure. Things are looking up. Some partners at major law firms that we heard from late last year were being cautiously optimistic. In fact, you've interviewed some of them here at Bloomberg. So I would say I'm cautiously optimistic about 2013, but there are a lot of roadblocks ahead. For example, the political standoff is going to return with respect to the debt ceiling.
That's right, we're coming right up on
exactly.
That.
So I would say I'm cautiously optimistic about 2013, partly because of these bonuses, which were better than many people expected. But I don't think we're out of the woods just yet.
A lot of people are talking about the merger mania that seems to be overtaking big law. What to make of this trend? Is this something that you see accelerating in 2013 or kind of leveling off?
I would probably say it's going to accelerate. I think that right now, the world of law is going to belong to essentially two types of firms. You have these small, elite, boutique-ish type firms like Wachtell Lipton and Cravath, Swaine and Moore, which are fairly focused in their practice areas, are relatively small by the standards of big law. And then you have these firms that are going to go for growth, that are going to be huge and are going to be in every practice area and every major market and all kinds of continents, whether that's Skadden or Latham or Weil Gotshal or DLA Piper or the British so-called Magic Circle firms. And so I think firms either need to be small and elite or they need to grow. And in some ways, the growth is easier than being small and elite. And so I think a lot of these unions are being driven by the fact that it is hard nowadays to be what 5 years ago I would have called a good regional U.S. law firm, where maybe you have a bunch of outposts in the U.S. or North America, but you don't really have global reach, and it's not really clear what clients are necessarily going to you for, and maybe a lot of the work you did was somewhat commoditized. You could get away with that during the 2000 to 2007 period when things were booming, not so much anymore.
So you see those firms moving?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely.
Cool. All right, David, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks so much, Lee.